Just returned back on Sunday. We were down at Iowa State, Ames, Iowa. We beat the Iowa State Cyclones 27-12. Was a pretty good duel overall. Started off at 125 pounds. Sam wrestled a good match. He gave up a 4-point move to start the match and then came back to tally up the next 9 points, I believe, and really started to dominate and control the match. He looked great. Up to the very end, he got caught in a cement mixer and pinned, so that was disappointing. With Sam getting ready for the Big Tens, we see that he's capable of beating good wrestlers out there. You know, the big thing for him that we believe is that he has to stay disciplined and wrestle for the full 7 minutes. So, you know, hopefully he can kind of get himself back on track here. It would have been a nice win. I think he's got to take confidence that he controlled the match for the most part and be excited to come out and make some noise at the Big Tens. Moving to 133, I know everyone's been talking about David Thorne. He's wrestling phenomenal. He's really, really looking great at this part of the season. We expect big things from him in the Big Tens, and we believe he'll have a shot at winning a Big Ten title for us. But as far as the match comes out after giving up a fall at 125, it was nice. David comes back out, really dominates, and gets a pin for us, so it just changes things back around for us. And then it goes to 141. We talked about it after national duels. Conrad Rangel stepped in and wrestled for us. He's a junior college from California national champ. He was at 149 earlier in the season. With Chris being dinged up earlier, we made a decision to move him back down to 141. So he went out with us national duels, but we let Chris wrestle. And then afterwards we talked about giving Chris a little bit of time off here just to get him ready and peaked for the Big Ten. So Conrad came in. He got a major decision for us. He wrestled a really good match, and so it was a great experience for him and great to see him come in and do that. At 149 pounds, Nick Dardanes is, again, another guy that's wrestling phenomenal, I think. Just really dominated his competition down at Iowa State. He's looked great all year long in all positions, and so he's looking good. And we're excited to watch him, you know, try to win a Big Ten Big Ten title here coming up. So 157, again, just after national duels, same thing with Chris and Dylan Ness. We talked about both of them that right after national duels, or even before, we said we'll have you guys wrestle, and then if we could rest them at the Iowa State duel, we'd do that. So with Dylan, gave him the weekend off to take care of some schoolwork and just to get him ready for the Big Ten tournament as well. He's wrestling phenomenal, lights out right now, and we expect him to continue in that fashion here next week. And so really excited where he's at. Brandon Kingsley fills in for him. Brandon's done some really good things for us. The opponent that he had from Iowa State, Brandon lost to earlier at the Iowa State Open. So it was a nice win for him. He comes back, he beats the individual 2-0. He lost to him earlier in the year, I think, by a 5-2 score. So it was good to see him make some good progress here and getting better. So we're excited for Brandon, and he always comes out and competes at the top, at a highest level. So he's doing well. 165, Zilberberger loses to Moreno, who's an All-American for Iowa State. Then going to 174 and 184, both Storley and Steinhaus look phenomenal. Both pick up wins for us. They look great, and they seem to be getting better and better every week. And so should have a great Big Ten tournament as well between those two guys. At 197 pounds, Schiller loses to the #1 ranked guy, Gatson. A tough match. You know, the big thing there with Schiller is rushed a couple defensive positions that he should have scored in. He defended a strong shot from Gatson. He had him broke down. He tried to rush a go behind and gave up a little bit of his weight in his hips, I believe, and was the difference maker. I think he's got to be patient there, but we're 100% no doubt about it. I believe Schiller will be the Big Ten champion here coming up. You know, it's one match at a time, but this guy is phenomenal. I think he's got to get back to his grassroots a little bit of just staying strong with his defense. I really don't think that anyone in the country can take him down if he's holding great position and staying focused on that, and then letting the match just kind of wear into itself. He's got phenomenal offensive attacks, and he's looking good. It would have been a great win for him, but nonetheless, his mind's in a good spot. He's ready to go, and I know he'll be ready for the Big Tens. And then at heavyweight, again, Crail stepped in for Nelson. Guys, I'm sure are wondering, with Nelson, we brought him down to national duels. We had him weigh in just in case we needed him to compete. And same thing here. We brought him down to Iowa State. We could only take 3 extra guys, and he was one of them. We had him weigh in, and we figured if we would need him, if we'd be in a spot with some other the guys, young guys stepping in the lineup and filling in for Ness and Dardanes and them, if we had to throw him in, we would. But we had the dual locked up, and Crails went out, wrestled a great match. It was a great experience for him to get out there and get another win. But Tony is healthy. He's doing well. He's wrestling in the room. He wrestled before the dual meet, and he'll be ready at the Big Tens. So again, we expect big things out of Tony. Would be interesting to see how they seed the Big Ten heavyweight class at the Big Tens, because there's just a loaded weight class, and they've all kind of won and lost against different guys. So it will be an interesting way to see how they seed that. But Tony's in a good spot. So overall, we're excited. I think the team is really raring to go. This is kind of a light week for us. We're doing a lot of some heavy lifts and some time off the mat, just letting their bodies heal up and get ready for the peaking process here before the Big Tens. Yeah, the guys are excited, I know, to compete. That's number one and most important, and they look like they're ready to go. So we're going to head down, enjoy the state tournament, Minnesota State tournament this weekend, and get ready for the Big Ten week coming up the following. So thanks for watching, and go Gophers.